in addition to the hard, focus on hard problems, there's often a question, should I guess? Should I guess? What's the good, anybody got a tip about guessing? I mean, I've got A through E and I have no idea what the answer is. Should I guess? What's that? Always pick what? C. Okay, right. So that's certainly, if you're going to do a plug-in, always start with this. Often, see this problem up here? This problem here has 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're right about start with C if you're doing a plug-in. What do I mean when I say plug-in? You grab the number and you test it in the question. If it's too high, you would then plug in the next one. If it's too low, you plug in the next one. So that you had very good advice when someone said, use C. The question I have is it a good idea? Is there a penalty for guessing? Anybody got an answer? Have you been given any guidance about whether it's a good idea? You've got 4 questions left. Should you just kind of cherry pick?
It's better to guess than leave them blank.
It's better to guess than leave them blank. Myth.
Oh, but on SAT, it counts
SAT,
against you.
right.
It counts against you. It's like if you don't answer it, it doesn't count against you.
Here's the calculation. Let's say you have 5 questions. There is a penalty of -1/4 point. If I have 5 questions and I guess A on all of them, one of them will give me a +1. But I've got a -1/4, -1/4, -1/4, -1/4, right? Because I have the 5 questions and it's likely I'm going to lose on those 5. How many points do I lose if I've got 4 -1/4? -1/4, right? -1/4. I lose 1 point. -1/4, -1/4, -1/4, -1/4 is -1. How much is -1 + 1? 0. I have gained nothing. It's a brilliant system, right? It's brilliant. It's a way that they've done to negate someone who is able to cherry pick. So that's why they give you a -1/4 point for any wrong answer.
But if you were to leave it blank, they wouldn't count it?
What's that?
If you were to leave it blank, they wouldn't count it?
There's nothing. Yeah, you get no points. Essentially what happens is you've got, you get 200 points if you sign your name and leave it blank. You get 800 points if you've got 100%, right? You get all of them, right? Top score is 800. What's the middle score? What's halfway between 200 and 800? Halfway between 200 and 800. What's the difference between 200 and 800? So the distance here is 600. Halfway is 300. So you add 200 plus 300. 500 is right down the center. Okay? And if you're doing average, you're going to get around 500. My job is to move that so you're getting 600 or 700. That's what these tips will get you into 600 to 700, basically.
Per section. Right?
Per sec, well, yeah. Basically, you got the math section. I want you to around 600, 650. I can get you there. And, there's the English section, the what they call verbal. And then there's the essay. Okay, each one of those gets graded on this sort of score. And so what happens is when you guess, you're risking that if you're guessing and you don't really know. So if you're able to eliminate at least 2 answers, so now there's 3 possibilities. Should you guess? I'm a conservative person. If you can get it down to 2, go ahead and guess. All right? If you can get it down to 2. But don't cherry pick. That's the main tip. If you can get it down to 2, because look at the risk you have. You have a half chance of losing a quarter point, but you also have a half chance of gaining 1, right? Look at that great opportunity there. You got a 50% chance of getting 1 point. Whereas if it's 5, you only got a 20% chance of getting that 1 point. So that's sort of the tips there.